And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of the Sparkling Tuna Cup, week number 59. That's a lot of weeks, Pappy, but welcome back to our weekly dose of StarCraft. Again, this tournament is open to all players. I'm, of course, host ZvP, and a big shout out to Baby Links in the chat. God, Pappy, God, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session as well. Welcome, everyone, to the beginning here of our weekly tournament. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Golden Aura, we have our red Protoss player representing Storm Gaming. It is MindelVK. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have as opponent, we have off racing us. Let's go. Mainly a Protoss player nowadays, but off racing a Zerg. You appreciate it. You love to see it representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Eva. Let's go. As he's going for a proxy. Going for a proxy across the map because, of course, he is. MindelVK so far has not scouted this, is not aware, but is going for the probe scout across the map. We can see Eba faking an expansion, faking a hatchery towards the left-hand side, when really we are doubling down with the proxy. We should be moving out soon momentarily. We've got spawning pools on the way. Drone moves out for the spine rush across the map. Eba is an animal. He's popping off. We appreciate it. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Predictions are going to be open in the chat, so place your bets on who you think will take the series. As a reminder, it's going to be a best of 3! Exclamation mark. Be in the chat if you guys want to have a look back yourselves. The bracket is stacked, the bracket is beautiful, and we will embrace the brackets after this series. We'll get there. We will get there. Until then, second drone is moving out across the map as well. MindelVK, he's checking for the third base. He checks, he confirms it is nowhere to be found. Not yet, and now he's fully aware of what's going on. Zelda's being credited as we speak. We respond with a forge, but is this response too late? The hatchery's almost done. The hatchery at this point, it's almost complete. Forge still in production. No cannons, just the one zealot. We do get eyes on the drones. We're now aware, of course, how committed this is going to be. Lings are flooding across the map as we speak, and the spine crawlers are about to be thrown down. Until then, though, the zealot is here. The zealot has arrived. So far, going to be delaying those spine crawlers. I appreciate that Eva, he's holding on to those spines a little bit longer. He hasn't started them yet, otherwise they'd be stationary, otherwise they'd be vulnerable to the zealot, and we're waiting for those lings. As the drones, they are. There we go, they kept saving down. Now we have the spines on the way. And the ling does slip in. Oh, get the probe. Casito, barely not. Probe does survive. One ling goes down. Shield batteries are on the way. Spine crawlers have been heavily delayed. Bear that in mind. They have been delayed, but they are going to be safe and sound. They are on the way. We're going for the shield battery. Shield battery's under fire. The shield battery. Ooh, that's a kill. That's a kill, not a cancel. Shield battery goes down. Zealot as well. The cannon is under fire. The stalker does pop out in time. And with the help of the stalker, we can clean up all these lings. But more lings are on the way. The cannon taking a lot of damage. Taking a lot of hits. Spine crawler pushing forward. Queen will have to back up. Oh god! The queen goes down! Oh, we missed the transfuse. Oh, we stick around a little bit too long. That's one transfuse gone at this point. But the cannon does fall, and the spine crawlers are slowly edging ever closer. The cannon went down. The gateway's under fire. But now we have two stalkers. We have two stalkers up and running. We have a cannon, more shield batteries on the way. Sorry, more cannons on the way. As Lings are tanking some shots. Keeping that spine crawler alive, and no more queens, bear that in mind. Nice kiting here against the lings. The lings are going down. MindelVK is holding. I say that. The gateway is going to fall. The spine crawler is pulled back in time. Would you pull away? Spine crawler pulls away. We have our initial spine and knocking down that gateway. Now getting on top of the cyber core. Back in the main base, no production. Gateway just now on the way, but what you see is what you get. Only 3 stalkers. For the time being, that's all we have. Ooh. Stalker taking a lot of damage. One shot away from going down. Lings are still amassing. Queen now being rebuilt. Oh, the spine takes a lot of hits. Oh no! The spine! Spine takes a lot of damage, and we'll have to back up. We'll have to get away. Does waddle back. But that initial spine crawler goes down nonetheless. And Mindel, he's expanding. GG gets cold. GG is cold, and MindelVK will survive, will hold, and will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. It was a big moment with that queen going down. It was a big moment with losing the ability to transfuse that one time as well. That could have sustained the spine crawler, could have kept things going. But alas, one small mistake in that kind of game state can cost you the game. And MindelVK now takes the lead against Eba. does take a lead, and now we're getting ready for game number 2. We're going to be loading into Oceanborn. And the question becomes, do we spice things up once again, or do we calm things down and settle into a standard game? Oh boy. oh boy, Pappy. Let's go. Here we go. As you can hear the beeps in the chats, we're getting ready for that second game here. Eba now up against the wall. And can we bounce back and force the ace match? Personally, I'm hoping we can get a game 3, but here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have MindelVK for Psystorm Gaming. The red Protoss player, and spawning in the leading the series 1-0, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player from the land of the UK, representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Eva. Going for the Zerg spray in the mineral line, and once again sending out his drone. Oh boy. Once again, the drone is being sent out as we speak, and we're going for the same build. We're going for the proxy hatch. Eva gonna be doubling down. And we'll see if Eva has better success this time. Now, I'm not fully in love with the idea of doing the same cheese 2 games in a row. I do think that MindelVK is now going to be more prepared mentally, physically, is going to be ready for what's to come. So we'll see how Eva does adjust. Likewise, we'll see how MindelVK does respond. So we do see the probe moving out. And we'll check that natural location, confirming nothing is quite thrown down yet. It is going to be a pull first. MindelVK does confirm. Does confirm the pull on the way. Drone is being sent out across the map. We're going for the spine rush once again, and MindelVK, will he be a little bit faster to check? He will! And this is what I'm worried about. This is what I was concerned about here, is that MindelVK, he scouts much faster this time, a much faster response into the forge. Again, MindelVK is a lot more on notice and wary of what Eva is up to. So drone has arrived. Eva gonna try and pick away at it, but the Zealot has already popped out. We already have the Zealot, we already have the probe, we have control of the hatchery. The drone barely is kept alive. Oh, one more shot and it will go down. Up! We forced out a spine crawler, but the Zealot can just dive on top of it. Does force a cancel. Oh, the drone goes down. A rough start here for Eva. It is a rough start. MindelVK also here denying the expansion. And Eva, is he going to try to expand back at home? Is he going to try and macro out of this? The probe goes down, drone comes back, and Eva looks like he will expand. Yeah, he is taking the expansion back at home. So, looks like Eva, he's giving up on this all-in. He's giving up on the proxy. Is spreading creep, but is going to attempt to drone up as heavily as possible. And we'll see if this works out a little bit better in Eva's favor. I mean, the cannon's done, shield battery as well, backup cannon on the way. MindelVK, the longer he goes on without expanding, it's going to be better and better for Eva, as he's hoping that MindelVK overreacts. He's hoping for that overreaction. We're droning up. Probe rescouts. Very important here for MindelVK. He does reconfirm what's going on and does get eyes on the expansion. MindelVK is aware. Back across the map. Mindel on top of that hatchery. Eva falling back. Is spreading creep. I appreciate this, the creep that's being spread. Just delaying the third base for as long as we can. Overlord will barely be able to escape. Thankfully. Overlord will float away. But MindelVK is now expanding. Is settling in. Going for a robo response. Interesting. Now with a robo opener, we can go for passive mortar production. We can go for something crazy like a disruptor drop. Go for sentry mortal instead. Curious where MindelVK does take this. If he even goes for a war prism first, also an option. Also is an option. As the hatchery goes down, is going to fall. Meanwhile, Eva racing back home. Again, joining up as hard as he can. And we do see Eva coming in from behind, going for a scout. We'll get eyes on the robo. He is going to be aware of the follow-up. And MindelVK is going to be prioritizing that observer to clear up all this creep to eventually expand. And we have a game. we have a bit of a game here. Both players macroing up. Eva going for a much faster Roach Warren. I mean, it makes sense given the game state. The likelihood of this turning into a 2-base all-in from the side of MindelVK is quite high. So we're going to need Roaches, Ravagers, Lings to defend. As Immortal production has begun. Not just Immortals, we have 2 more gates on the way. It's going to be a 3-gate setup. And we'll see when MindelVK does decide to move out. With how many of those Immortals. We shall see. As there it is, the Bay is on the way. Oh my god. So I was talking earlier how like a possibility here for... Oh, let's snap the Overlord. A possibility would be something crazy like Disruptor drops. I'm curious if that's what we embrace or if we go for something even wilder and go for a fast Colossus instead. My eyes are just going for Disruptors, dropping across the map and expanding. Ooh, once we catch a Stalker. Yeah, we are expanding. Taking our 3rd base. Back at home, Eva cutting worker production at 41, making some safety Roaches, is still taking a 3rd base and taking gases. Eva just playing it out safe, making sure he has some kind of army to work with. And where is this Bay gonna take us? So we start up Colossus, do we start up Disruptors? Where are we going? Meanwhile, Eva is not droning. Eva cancels the Spine Crawler. Eva is not droning. We're amassing up more Lings, more Roaches. It looks like Eva is going for an all-in. And he's hoping that maybe MindelVK is too greedy. For now, Mindel is taking a 3rd base and is taking up a little bit further. Still has not made use of the Bay on the Robo, going for a Twilight Council. As a result, the army here of MindelVK is looking a little bit small. Looking a little bit bare bones. Eva back at home. Looks like he was a little bit paranoid of something crazy like a DT opener. Had detection ready. But there we go. He's still amassing up his Ling Roach Ravager. And soon to be moving out across the map. Meanwhile, back at home, it is going to be a Colossus. Colossus on the way. Shield battery and a cannon ready. Eva, can we pull this off? The goal here, the ideal, is for Eva to lock down this army and pile it to death. To land those juicy connections with these Ravagers. And he has potential. Eva has potential to knock this down. Eva has, what, triple the army supply. Is moving out across the map. And can Mindel survive this? Colossus has arrived. We have Disruptor as a follow-up. We're going to be collapsing in. And again, can we land those Biles? So far, force fields. They do send away the Roach Ravager, at least for a moment. Biles not quite going to be connecting. They graze the Sentry. They take down the Shield Battery. They deny the Overcharge. Overcharge is denied. Biles, once again, they connect with the Stalker. Up. They graze the Immortal as well. Boys are being pulled. The Colossus does stand strong. And it looks like we are holding. We will clean this up. The Lings, the Roaches, the Ravagers, they all fall down. Disruptor does make it out just in time for a Nova. The Nova does connect. And MindelVK has held. It did cost him a mineral line. 15 probes did go down. Lings are coming to reinforce. Can we get the Colossus? Can we get it? Up. Oh, it's so close. It looks like we can. The Colossus goes down. And we're still rallying across the map. We're still sending everything we can. Roaches, Lings are trickling in. Is it enough? Can Eva end it? Oh, good. Nova won't quite connect. Shield Battery is done. Ooh, with the arrival of the Shield Battery, we can hold on. We have an Overcharge available as well. It was a costly hold. It was not clean. It was a little bit dirty, but Mindel does survive. And now Eva's in a rough position. Drone-wise, worker-wise, even though Eva did kill a mineral line, he's still, I would say, behind economically. He has a 2-drone lead, but that's still not ideal. And we are going into Mutas of all things. Bold move. Mutas are on the horizon. Unfortunately for Eva, Mindel, he has Blink, and he has +2. +2 already done. +3 is on the... Oh my, the upgrades are insane. I mean, may as well make use of the Fast Forge, but +3 is on the horizon here for MindelVK. These upgrades are going to get out of control. But there is a window here where Eva is vulnerable before Mutas come out. Once Mutas arrive, we can try to keep MindelVK pinned back at home, and then Eva can saturate, take another base, you know, get into a solid economy, get into a solid army. these mutas have potential to buy time. Potential to buy time and to keep MindelVK in check. Oh boy. As Eva is droning. Meanwhile, across the map, Mindel just securing himself. +3 on the horizon. Mutas are now on the way, and of course, MindelVK's in the dark. He sees nothing. He sees nothing. He knows nothing. He's just building up more Colossus, more units that do not shoot up. And even though we're about to have +3 with these Stalkers, we don't have many of them. Not many Stalkers, no Stargate, no Phoenixes, no Archon production either. We'll see if we can bring it back. As mutas have arrived. Let's go. We're just banking up the mutas. We have 9, soon to be 14 mutas. Mutas are amassing. +1 air attack on the way, +1 melee as well. Looks like we're committing to muta play quite heavily. And it's going to be it's going to be a bit of a Hail Mary play here for Eba. I mean, Eba was able to drone up. He droned up to 3 base saturation. Not bad. Is prioritizing gases. Hallucination will get eyes on the mutas, and we are moving out. At the same time, MindelVK moving out across the map as well. Uh-oh. Does find the mutas. Does find them. We do fight head-to-head, and can we actually take the fight? Do we have enough Stalkers? I'm not sure we do. Looks like with these upgrades, with +3 kicking in, we do have enough. The Stalkers with a Guardian Shield. We hold the line. Mutas, they tried to take the fight. Alas, it did not work out well. That was 12 mutas. 12 mutas going down. The +3 Stalkers were insane. Oh, and now Eba's in trouble. Mutas are coming from behind. They snipe the Prism. Prism goes down. Prism's being rebuilt. No more reinforcements. What you see is what you get. But we have force fields. We have force fields available. We have the Disruptor Shot as well. Roach is trying to dive in. Force fields not being thrown down. Uh-oh. Yeah, we have to respect that ground army. As we are kiting decently well. Nova goes up. Nova doesn't connect. The split's a little bit too good. Disruptor goes down. We're running out of Stalkers. We need more Stalkers, Pappy. And again, the Roach Raptor helps out. Does take down most of the ground army. Oh my god, it's really only Sentries holding the line here against the mutas, but Stalkers, they come in to reinforce. They arrive just in time. And now it looks like MindelVK is snowballing out of control. Lings, they trickle in, but they melt against the Colossus. GG gets called, and MindelVK will take the series 2-0. GG. Ooh. GG, well played. Oh, I should fix that. Oh, there we go. GG, well played. MindelVK will take the series, and my condolences to Eba, as he is going to be knocked out of the tournament. Did try to flex some of his proxy play, and I did appreciate it as well. I did appreciate that he was being hyper aggressive, of course, being in the face of MindelVK. Unfortunately, doing it 2 games in a row did mean that at least in game number 2 was a little bit less successful. MindelVK was a lot faster to react, to respond, led into a really interesting game state where where Eba was trying to transition out of it, and likewise MindelVK surviving the all-in, snowballing out of control with +3 attack. Just crazy upgrades. And GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Mindel. And with that, MindelVK will advance on into the next round. And we have some catching up to do. Now we can actually take a moment to have a look at the brackets. !B.